I don't know Naruto, Kishimoto does. Prologue. 10th of October, in the dead of the night, the most powerful Biju, Kyuubi no Kitsune, attacked the hidden village of Konohagakure no Sato. Disaster struck as no one was able to stop the rampaging Biju. Many shinobi lost their lives in the process while almost half of the village was destroyed. That was until one man, the fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze, placed his life on the line to defeat the Biju and save his village. In the end, he was able to stop the Kyuubi by sealing the Biju in a newborn baby, his own son, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, making him the next Jinchuriki of said Biju. Though, this was at the cost of his and his wife's life, leaving the boy to be raised alone. 6 years later. The wind was blowing gently as a young boy sat atop the Hokage monument. His shoulder-length spiky blonde hair was blowing gently behind him, bangs covering the right side of his face as his bright blue eyes were shining from the sun's rays. His skin was fair and his most noticeable features were the 3 whisker markings on each cheek. His signature of being a Jinchuriki. He was wearing a navy blue long-sleeve t-shirt with gray pants that ended just above his ankles, blue shinobi sandals to add to it. This boy's name was Naruto Uzumaki, a 6-year-old in the Jinchuriki of the most powerful Biju, the Kyuubi no Kitsune. He was overlooking the village as he thought. He always did like to come up to this place to think and relax. It has always been a peaceful place for him. 2 weeks ago, the third Hokage told him that he has submitted his admissions form for joining the Ninja Academy, and now, from tomorrow on, he will be going to the academy to become a shinobi. His dream is to become the Hokage so that he can protect the village he loves so dearly. Along with his dream, he wishes to surpass the fourth Hokage and get acknowledged by everyone as someone important. He knows the villagers don't like him much for reasons unknown to him and his Gigi also won't tell him. Every time he asks, the answer always remains the same. I will tell you when you are old enough to know the truth. He had already started his basic ninja training 2 years ago and his Gigi has helped him with some basic taijutsu techniques. He is very good with shuriken jutsu and kunai throwing as he had also trained his body quite well for speed and quick reflexes. From tomorrow on, he is going to take his first step towards his dream. He was still nervous just thinking about it. Normally he was very calm and insightful, it all starting from a young age, showing noticeable maturity and knowledge on how to deal with complex situations. At the same time, he is still a young boy so it shouldn't come as a surprise to him to feel nervous. He lets out a sigh as he comes back from his thoughts. Blinking, he looks up, noticed that it was already dark as the sky was starting to fill with stars. He hadn't realized how long he had been sitting there. He was so lost in his confused thoughts that he didn't realize that a person was coming towards him from behind until the person spoke. "Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Naruto-kun." At hearing that voice, Naruto turned around and saw his surrogated grandfather, Sarutobi Hiruzen, the third Hokage of Konoha, standing with a kind smile. He was wearing his formal Hokage robes as his skin was light pale, gray hair slightly mussed. His face had wrinkles and liver spots, signifying his old age. "What are you doing here, Gigi? I thought you'd be busy with your paperwork," Naruto asked, surprised. On hearing about paperwork, Hiruzen's face twitches a little before he composed himself. "Don't talk about my paperwork, Naruto-kun, I swear it's a bane for all." Cages. Naruto just shook his head and turned around, looking over the village again, seeing the streetlights starting to light up. Hiruzen walked over and stood beside him before asked with concern, "Is something on your mind, Naruto-kun?"